Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Tonight's little project, we'll be building this little cheap and nasty wire hose clamp maker. Quick little project, 10-minute project if that. And then at the end of this video we will be comparing that to the Clamptite style that I've previously constructed. I'll put videos down in the description for it, as well as the big one that I've had for a couple of years now. This one has served me well, so stick around for that. We'll be testing them while comparing all three together and see what's worthwhile and what's worth chucking. So let's get right into it. Alright, so for this project we're starting off with a piece of 19 by 19 by 2 square tubing, and I cut it at 165 millimeters, which is about just almost on the money on 6.5 inches. Next step, we'll be marking out. I need to drill a hole through the center here and get a portion cut off on this side, so that's the next step we'll be tackling. Gentlemen, there we have it. A little bit of polishing, a little bit of finishing off, still needs a coat of paint. This is the final look of the bolt. I just split it down. Now the reason why I did not use a normal threaded bolt is over time, if you use it a lot, obviously if you don't use it that often, it's not going to make a difference. You might get the threads galling into the square tubing because it's not that hard. So I just said, okay, you know what, let's just keep it nice and smooth. What you should actually do is thread this little portion first, but I'm not going to do that. If you really want to do it, go for it. So let's see how this works. I've got some wire here, and I'm going to start setting this up quickly. Alright gentlemen, let's see what we can get out of this thing. First of all, I'm going to start off wrapping 1 and 2 loops around the pipe, and I think I'm gonna start tightening it up a little bit so it makes it just easier, but later on leave enough space so that your tool can fit in, and I almost ashed it up. There we go. So 1, 2, then I am going over and back around once, feed it through, and come back for the second one as well, and pull it tight. Pull it tight, dress it up, make it look neat. This actually needs to go on the inside of that one. There we go. Pulled it tight, made it neat. And cut the tag ends to the same length. What we're going to do now is we're going to feed our tool through the bottom edge, through that little hole, and then go through the tubing, so that once you're there, you actually run the tool hard up against the loop that you went over just the previous step. Then we're going to put in our little bolt here. Dress it up nice and neat. 10mm nut, so it's a 17 range, and we're gonna start tightening it up. Oops. There we go. See, that's a problem with this one. With the Clamptite style, you've got a lot of mechanical advantage on it. Now you've only got the direct length of the wrench to be able to pull it tight. So what we can, so this is really, there we go. You have to sort of manhandle this one a bit to really get it to start digging into the pipe as we had on the previous one. Once we're there, now with the Clamptite style, this is now set because you're on thread, screw thread here. What's happening now is as I'm folding it around, this is actually not tightening as the Clamptite one, so you have to really work it around to get it, you see, to go through. Maybe, yeah, no, that's it. See, and then it slips out. So this is not the best of ideas. I don't think I like this one quite, to be honest with you. There we go, gentlemen, and there we have it, our little cheap and nasty hose clamp maker. Easy to build. It maybe took me 15 minutes to construct, and it works semi-decent, so not gonna diss it completely, but let's weigh it up, all three against each other. Right, gents, this is it. I think we can wrap up this video with a score system. Well, I'm not going to score them, I'm just going to tell you what I think about all three of them. Let's start with the big boy. This thing has served me well for a number of years, so I might be, in essence, biased towards it. On the bigger dimension fittings, definitely out in the field, this is the one you want to have. I don't think this one's going to really cut it. If you're using up to, let's say, 1.5mm wire to do the actual clamp, this one will be okay. This is just, you can put a lot more force behind it. It does make a decent clamp that doesn't really hook your hands if you look after it. So I don't think it came out too bad. Ease of work, I'd give it about a 7. Wire wastage, this one wastes a lot of wire, that I can tell. It's got a lot of wire wastage on it. So that's it. But I think, yeah, it's definitely got more than the two smaller ones. So let's keep it at that. This one I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10, because you can use it on small pipes as well. The larger diameters and the smaller diameters. So this one is definitely, if you're gonna do one and you're not gonna use it very often, this is the one. Alright, then we've got the Clamptite lookalike. I actually love this one, especially on the smaller diameter stuff. It works marvelous, and the clamp that it produces is actually very, very nice. But also the benefit of having the mechanical advantage of the thread form on the back, so that works nice. This is a nice small one that you can throw in the toolbox and basically forget about it. This one I'll give an 8 out of 10, just because gonna battle with the big stuff. Then we've got the dirt and cheap and nasty little square tubing one. I might revisit this thing. I think there's something that I can maybe tweak a bit on it, but for now I'd not go this far, unless you only need it once and you're in a bad spot. But I'd give this one about a 5. Doesn't work. Same amount of wastage as all the other, but it doesn't work as nice, and it does not produce a super clean, well, I can't say a super clean hose clamp. It actually it comes out fairly good, but the fact that you have to reef on it and keep the wrench tight on it while folding it over, that sort of thing, it becomes a bit of a hassle. You can probably get away with it if you do a little handle thing here, but once again, once you've got the handle on there, you're losing all of that mechanical advantage that you've got there. And the thing is, if you've got a handle on it and you make the handle actually longer, you can't get past the pipe. So that's a bit of a downfall, but it works. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I like doing these comparisons. If you like something, if you like the videos where I do comparisons on different setups of doing the same thing, let me know in the comments. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. As always, if you've made it this far, thanks for keeping up, and I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe out there. And with that, I'm gonna call it. Thanks a lot, guys, and look forward for the next one. And as always, stay safe.